Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is located in California, and with it being home to some of the world's best rides and attractions, there is no wonder it is so popular. However, today we're going to count down the top 10 rides at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Starting off at number 10, we have Whitewater Safari. And no matter whether you want to cool down on a hot Californian day or are just looking for another fun family rapids, then this is a must do. Themed towards an authentic whitewater rafting experience, from the moment you board your boat with up to 8 others, you will head around many rocks, trees and waterfalls on your adventure. However, this is not all easy rafting, as in addition to this, you will also encounter some pretty choppy waters and even head through a waterfall, guaranteeing to get you soaked. Get your sick bags ready, as for our number 9 spot we have Daredevil Chaos Coaster, and despite it not being an official roller coaster, this ride has definitely taken the word intense to the next level. And here is how. Now, unlike your normal flat ride where you may go upside down a few times, as you can probably see by this ride, it is a literal loop, meaning that you are going to head upside down non-stop, both forwards as well as backwards too. And therefore, with you also stalling at the top sometimes, I think it is very easy to see why it is at the number 9 position. It is time for our first so-called roller coaster on the list, as taking our number 8 spot we have Boomerang Coast-to-coaster, the park's Vekoma Boomerang, and therefore before we do begin to talk about the ride itself, due to it being a very common type of coaster, if you're heading to the park on a busy day, then we would recommend the more unique attractions first. Nevertheless, if you do get a chance to ride, well then you will definitely not be disappointed, with your car rising backwards up a lift hill, followed by a drop, cobra roll and loop, not only forwards but backwards too. How cool, but also rather scary is that? If you are scared of heights, then skip to number 6. As for our number 7 position, we have SkyScreamer, and as you can probably guess by the name, this is not for the faint of heart, and you would not be wrong, as standing at a height of 150 feet in the air, already I know that some of you are like, no way Jose, but it does not stop there, as this ride is a chair swing, meaning that whilst you are at this height, you and up to one other thrill seeker will be swinging outwards at 43 miles per hour, and you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that is absolutely petrifying, but also provides quite a nice view across the park. For our number 6 spot on our top 10 list, things are starting to become a lot more intense, as we have Batman the Ride. And ever since its debut in 2019, this SNS 4D Freefly coaster has always been a fan favourite, as once you have queued up in what I must say is a really awesome Batman inspired queue line and then boarded the car itself, you will begin by being lifted up 12 stories on a 90-degree lift hill, by then followed by some of the craziest twists, turns and inversions that I have ever experienced. And so there is no doubt in my mind that this is a must-do ride on your visit to the park. Top 5, and coming in for this position we have got no other than Flash Vertical Velocity. And this ride may be short, but it sure is sweet, with you getting to join the Flash for an experience that will never be forgotten, as once you have boarded the ride vehicle, and for the best experience we would recommend the front or the back, you'll be shot forwards and backwards, again and again and again until you complete a full inversion at 65 miles per hour and rise to a whopping height of 150 foot backwards. And therefore, in my opinion, there is no better ride to rush to than Flash Vertical Velocity. Ding ding. You can't have a theme park without a Superman themed ride, and Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is no exception. As for our number 4 spot, we have Superman Ultimate Flight, and with it being created by the much beloved Premier Rides as one of their LIM coasters, just looking at this attraction with its various elements and giant Superman logo in the middle is absolutely awesome. And on ride it does not disappoint either, with despite having quite a slow input, you being shot forwards as well as backwards to a height of 150 feet before an inline twist and non-inverted loop, causing even the biggest of thrill seekers in the group to put their hands in the air. Here we are at the top 3 rides at the park, and for this position we have Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth, and if this gyro swing does not make you scream, I honestly do not know what will, as similar to your normal gyro swings, as soon as your lap bars have been lowered, you will not only spin around on a circular disc, but also swing up and down. The only thing is though, you rise up and down to a height of 172 feet and a speed of up to 75 miles per hour, making it alongside with Crazanity and the Joker, the world's tallest and fastest rotating pendulum ride. The question is though, how brave are you and would you ride this? Who here loves a good old B&M Flawless? Well, of course you do, but do you know that Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is home to one of the best versions of these rides called Medusa? And wow, is this ride amazing or what? Themed towards, believe it or not, Medusa, before we even get onto the ride itself, you will already know that you are in for a treat. And you would be dead right, as after the initial 150 foot lift hill, you will complete and get ready for it a drop, 128 foot loop, dive loop, 0G roll, sea serpent, 2 corkscrews and many twists and turns, all whilst your legs are dangling. And so in my opinion, a trip to the park is nowhere near complete without a ride on Medusa. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and in our opinion for the best ride at the park, we have the Joker. And where do I begin when talking about this RMC? As if I was going to talk about every great part, we would quite literally be here all day. But to start from the beginning, as soon as you built up the courage to ride and then boarded the awesome looking Joker ride vehicle, you will be heading around many of those classic RMC pre-lift airtime moments and some of the best drops, turns and inversions ever created on a coaster. And so with all of this and so much more, including the queue line and facade, there is no doubt in my mind that this is the best ride at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Thank you all for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.